So, g'day. Welcome to Jazz Bakes. I'm Jasmine, and I'm a baker at heart. Yeah. In this series, I'll be showing you my favorite recipes I always use, and hopefully will give you ideas next time you are in the kitchen next. Brownies and cheesecakes, then to chili con carne, Mexican beans, and pasta dishes, and maybe with guests who are close friends to me that will give us tips. You'll know what to do and how to do it if you're not even a baker and just wanting to impress your mum. So let's get into it. So today I'll be showing you a recipe I love on brownies. I used Donna Hayes' book, chocolate brownies recipe from this book. That's probably the wrong way around, but who cares? So from this book, which has lots of great recipes, like for instance, chocolate sorbets and whatever, souffles as well, tart meringues, mousse cake, butter cakes, just cakes in general, and all the other stuff like slices and stuff like that. So I use this one, which I think is my favorite, to be honest. So I use this one. Yes, just so you know that this book's great. She also has many others in the selection, so not just the chocolate book. So this is chocolate recipes. Then there's stuff with hold on, just 1 second. So she has fruit stuff, chicken, beef, lamb, and pork, salads and veggies for the vegetarian people. So you know those things, yep. Back to the recipe. Brownies, yes. So today I'll be using 200 grams of 70% dark Lindt chocolate, because this is what I actually have left in the cupboard, luckily. So I'll need to get more, or Mum will. Then I have butter, so that's around 250 grams right here. I'm using unsalted butter, which is great for cooking and such, but not for eating, because you have to actually put in salt when you eat, and it's not exciting. Anyway, 1 to 1.5 cups of sugar. I'll use 1, but you can do more, whatever you want. I have 4 eggs right here. I've got 4 eggs here. 1/3 cups of cocoa, really good stuff. 1 cup of plain flour or gluten-free flour, whatever you want. I prefer the gluten-free. Yeah, anyway. And a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So today, to start off, you should preheat the oven to 160 degrees Celsius, or that will be 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. So I'm using a small oven because it's only 1 batch. You can definitely double it if you're having family over, or if you're me and I have huge amount of people in my family, well, cousins and everything, because my 2 brothers got married. Anyway, back to the thing. So even if, for me, I've already got brownies in the fridge, I just wanted to make more brownies because it's the only recipe I really enjoy. I mean, I use cheesecakes and stuff, but, you can do anything. So, to start off, you want to preheat the oven to around 160, 320 Fahrenheit. Now, place the chocolate and butter into a saucepan over low heat and stir until smooth. So that will mean you'll need to go to the stovetop. So you'll need just a small saucepan and put that onto low or medium low, whatever you want. So you put in the, oh, this is soft butter, yum yum. So I put in the, 250 grams of chopped butter just so it can, cook, I might just wash my hands because I've got butter all over my hands now. And quickly enough, get the chocolate and put it in there. I need to actually get the chocolate. So I really enjoy the dark chocolate, 70% usually, because it's a really nice taste, especially with Lent, even if you probably don't have much money. Like, for me, for instance, I get it when it's on special. IGA, Coles, whatever you do, So I just chuck that in there with the butter until it's melted. Well, the good thing is to be with the chocolate and the butter, because if you leave it unattended, it will definitely burn. And you don't want burnt chocolate because that's just a waste of goodness. So with mine, I usually like to stir it, and it's best to stir it so then the chocolate or butter, or mainly the chocolate, doesn't like stick to the bottom and burn. Pretty much the word is. See, okay, so I'm just looking at the butter right now and it's starting to have little bubbles, which is an okay sign. You just need to stir it and keep it in the pot. So it looks real nice. Like, you start stirring it into, like, having it mixed, and just checking if the oven's on, and yes, it is on. So I've got a little bit of, to have the chocolate, it's kind of going quite quickly, so you might want to take it off the heat for a little bit so it doesn't like overheat the chocolate and, burn the bits that are already cooked, and then have it. So then, okay, so a good thing is I prefer to put it over low heat, like to put it on the heat, the stove top, than to put it in the microwave. So have it, if you want to save time and whatever you want to do, go ahead, and if you do know how to do it through a microwave, go ahead. But if you don't, probably stick to the stovetop, as it's a really nice way of, particularly for me, to cook it on the stovetop, as it's a good, you can watch it really, and you have control over it instead of having it microwaved. And yeah, anyway, so while that's cooling, we want to go back here, back to the little station, why don't we? So when that is cooling, you want to place the sugar, the eggs, cocoa, flour, and baking powder into a bowl. So I would use a medium-sized bowl. I don't know how big this is, probably full. No, that's medium. Whatever you want, I don't care. So you can stir it evenly, easy done, and you won't have struggles to keep it in the bowl. So I want to, quickly enough, I like to put the dry stuff in there first. For me now, I love to use gluten-free flours. That includes teff flour, which, if you are like my mum and know everything about flours and what's good for you, I go for teff flour because that's great. But I also use organic brown rice flour. Well, just brown rice anyway. Probably only comes in organic. But I use brown rice usually. So I'm just having 1 cup of flour. I might put a little bit more because that's not full. I don't usually go for a perfect amount. Some people do. I personally use a gluten-free flour, if that's teff flour, which is this kind of brown thing, which is gluten-free. So it's whole grain, teff flour, nutritional powerhouse. Woo! Okay, so that's the teff flour. I also have many other flours I could use if I don't have any brown rice. But brown rice is very fine. It's a nice texture. Yeah. Or anything else that actually my mum buys or uses or likes using. So for that, otherwise I might use just spelt flour, which is a flour, but just not white flour. I can use gluten, like the spelt flour. I do use spelt, and that's good. It's great. It's beautiful. And other flours like, yeah. Anyway, and if this beautiful brown rice flour is not in stock, I'd definitely go for teff, but it just means that most of my family can use it. But if you can definitely use these flours or just a gluten-free flour from IGA or Coles or Woolies, wherever you get stuff, which I definitely think it's nicer. Hey, Fluffies! Okay, my cat. One of them anyway. Anyway, so I definitely prefer gluten-free flour for brownies anyway. I definitely prefer brownies as gluten-free, even if it's rubbish or not. I definitely prefer it. Or then just normally purchase your plain flour, like just plain flour in general, because you'll have the baking powder later on. So quickly get it on, because I'm wasting time. By the way, how cute is this little teaspoon? I just recently got this for Christmas. It's so cute. Look at that little baby. And it comes with its family as well. It's pretty much the same thing over and over, up to a tablespoon. So then continuing on, I'm just kind of getting all the cocoa thingos out and whisking, like just doing that all for the flour and the sugar and the stuff to come together, and for no lumps to be around, just in case if there is. You can also put a little bit of salt in there, as that's a good way of get the taste going. I don't know, but I'm not today. I don't think I should today. Anyway, so I'll put the eggs in now, and be careful, because if you don't have any, well, if you're bad like me, oh, that was a good crack, like, buddy, okay, so it's like 1 at a time, but I really don't care anymore. I probably do 2, because there's 4 in general, so it's good to just go quick, even in my little situation where I'm like, so taking my time talking to you guys. It shouldn't take too long to I actually thought brownies took forever and was like a really insanely difficult and pressurizing, no, that's not a word, sorry, I'm bad at school. Anyway, so I actually did think this was a bad, like huge recipe, hard to do, all of that kind, but as I got used to it, made it a little bit more each time, got used to it. I did definitely get used to it, and it's more fun each time. It's just good for the people that whenever people come over, you're like, oh, you know, there you go, gluten-free brownies. Like, okay, thank you. Then with the gluten-free people, there's a huge happiness in the house, you know. So I do make a lot of people happy whenever they come over. So you want to stir them in pretty good, just to, that's in the road, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just put these egg thingers and wash my hands because I've got egg. When you're done, you definitely just... So when you're done and you think it's perfectly mixed and it should look like that, not too bad, not too liquidy. When you're done, add your chocolate and the melted chocolate and butter. So that's really nice. Like, this is, as I pour it, yes, it's not all the best, but keep... Yeah, it might also be nice to like lick the bowl or the pan if it's not too hot. And this is beautiful. You want to use it up usually. You'll have the other bowl to lick, so it's good. If you're if you're like me and love the batter, which some people don't. I don't mind, but you know, you're missing out. So as that's done, I'll wash that up as soon as this is in the oven. When it is in the oven, do like be patient because it takes a little bit of time. And that doesn't mean that you can just freely put it to a 180 or something, as that's pretty stupid because you need to actually cook it in the middle and through the thing. So yes, so this is coming pretty good. So you want it to all be mixed and well combined before you add it in, put it into a tin or tray, whatever you want. So that's perfect. For me, that's good. That's a good mixture, and this is what you want when it's like still, you know, combined. It's not too, you know, like thin, liquidy, but it's not also too thick. And so that's like really nice. So when that's mixed, it says in here to put it into a 23 centimeter, which is kind of like 9-inch square tin, lined with non-stick baking paper. But for me, because I don't have that kind of tin, I definitely do a small rectangle tin that's perfectly lengthed and not too big, you know. So here it is. I have this, and so it's reasonably big, but it's not too large. It's very good thin thing, but it's not too thin. Now I'm going to put the baking tray. So I have so stinking much. All you want to do, if you've got too much, you can definitely cut it with scissors and be careful, or you can just do what I'm doing and just fold it. So you want it to go over the edge a little bit, like the baking paper to go a little bit over. So I'm just going to pour it in there, right in the middle. If you have a good eye and want to put it around like that, feel free. And I'm trying to get all this down. This is great with like coffee or tea. Probably not for breakfast. But you can definitely cut it. I'll tell you later, but I'll definitely mention it later. But when you're cutting it, you can definitely go big or small, whatever you like. So you won't want to like push it around too hard. Or so with this, you just want to, it's not going to give you a really interesting shape, and if you keep like digging it in, that's kind of looking nice. I like that art. I don't just do art on painting and thing on canvas, but I can do art on this, buddy. Yeah, so don't do that, because it's no use to, because all you need to do is just to push it to the sides and let it set for itself, so you won't get a detailed design. Chuck this bad boy in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Some ovens, just saying, do like heat up quickly, or also like do lots of exciting things. So that's your preparation. So I've checked with a toothpick that you haven't used for your teeth and I just put it in there. There's nothing in there, so it's like beautiful. That's just perfectly cooked, and that's what you really want. When it's cooked like that, you actually want to wait another couple seconds or minutes anyway, before you stab it with a knife, because if you do cut it now, it will be very crumbly and you would not get a good slice, and it will probably wreck the rest of it. So you might want to wait 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to wait a long time, probably until my parents come home, which is a couple, maybe an hour or so. But the longer it can stay, the better, so you get a nicer texture, and it will be beautiful just to cut through it. It won't crumble everywhere, and it'll be the best. So thank you for watching. I hope you learnt something. I hope to see you in the future and on another episode. If you like, share and subscribe for more videos in the near future. And Happy New Year. God bless. Bye.